cooking. Let's get ready for dinner. The bev of choice for this evening is jasmine green tea. Brain farting. I'm warming up right now. We're gonna be going to N/Soda, which is like a sushi izakaya place. They are the sister restaurant to this other restaurant that's like 2 Michelin star here in LA. But we're just going for a casual little date. Maybe a little bit more than casual. And so let's get ready together featuring Clinique. Thank you to Clinique for sponsoring this video and also letting me pick out some other items which I will be using in this video. You'll be able to get all of this stuff alongside some free items using code GIFT. When you spend $55 or more, you'll be able to get a gift along with your purchase, as well as a free 8-piece kit. At $85, you'll get a 10-piece set. At $115, you'll get their mild facial soap. And finally, at $125, you'll get their Moisture Surge 100. If you want links to any of these products or anything else from Clinique, I'll put everything in the description box. My hair is a little damp right now because I just showered. I'm trying to let it air dry as much as possible before I start styling it with heat. I took off most of my makeup from the day and now I'm going to use this 100-hour auto replenishing hydrator from Clinique. I've used this line before, specifically their eye cream, and I really liked it. So I think this is going to be a really good base for makeup. I was gonna film this video honestly next week because I'm breaking out a little bit from my period, but then I was like, I'm not gonna let a couple little pimples stop me from going out to a nice dinner and just feeling pretty. So here we are. I don't even think it's that bad. Like low-key, when I thought about that, it icked me out. Like I gave myself the ick. You know when your pretty friends just start saying stuff about their insecurities and whatnot, and it just pisses you off? I know Katie's gonna be watching this and she's gonna be like, but she's not the only one that does this. They're literally like the most gorgeous person in the world. I'm not saying that I am. And then they'll say something crazy like, oh, I look so ugly right now. My blah 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 is so ugly. And then you just get pissed off. That's the feeling that I gave myself, but like not in a pissed off form, but more of like a ick form. I don't know if that makes sense. I just put it on. It absorbed so fast. There's also no fragrance, which is just really nice, especially when my skin is feeling a little sensitive. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my eyebrows. Ow, it's been so long. I was gonna do like a makeup tutorial type of thing where I'm not really talking, but that's a makeup tutorial, not a get ready with me. So we're gonna get ready together and just yap. Yapping is one of my favorite activities, clearly. Colin and I are huge foodies. Like a lot of our dates have been going to new restaurants or new cafes. I feel like it changed me in a way. I keep talking about school and stuff and how different my life is now that I'm not in school. But it really is different. Obviously, organization and all that stuff, and my life no longer revolving around lectures and homework and all that, and just like free will, adult money. I don't get to see my friends anymore in classes as we're doing extracurriculars, and so what else is there to do other than honestly eat, especially when you're first getting to know someone. I didn't really care if somebody was like a picky eater but now I care, not just with him but like my friendships. I feel like it'd be so hard for me to be friends with someone who isn't a foodie, just has interest in food. Of course we still hang out. I'm not gonna be like, oh, if you don't love food like the way that I love food, then we can't hang out. But you know what I'm saying. That's why I love dates like these. It's funny because I just said that I can't date someone who's a picky eater, but I feel like Colin is picky sometimes. He didn't go to college, so I feel like he didn't go through the struggles and just eating to survive without your parents. So he doesn't really eat leftovers, and like he doesn't really like mediocre food. It either has to be a really good food or it has to be really bad food. In between food, he's like meh about. For me, like if I know I need to eat, I'm going to eat whatever we have. I'm not very picky at all. Like I grew up with my grandma being very happy with me, calling me like a little trash can in a loving manner. And I love seafood. Like I genuinely think that I could become like a professional sushi chef just from my love of seafood. And I know how hard it is to become a sushi chef and do all that training. I would do it purely for how much I love sushi. But Colin does not like seafood. But the thing is, he's trying to like it. And even if he doesn't end up liking seafood or loving seafood, it's really the effort that counts. And then even when I'm craving seafood or he knows how much I love seafood, he still wants to go and take me to these places or come with me to these places. And so we end up at a lot of izakayas because he gets to eat food that's not seafood but isn't shitty. Like, you know when you go to a nice sushi restaurant, their non-sushi items are just like an afterthought? There's so many of those. So we end up going to izakayas with sushi because those are typically pretty good, which is why I'm so excited for tonight. I always feel guilty dragging him along for my sushi adventures if the other food isn't good, expecting the other food to be good tonight. Or maybe I'll put it at the end of this video actually. This will be like a get ready with me and also a dinner vlog. I think that'll be fun. The last get ready with me I did was for Daniel Caesar. I'm so sad that that video didn't do as well as I thought it would do because that makeup look was so good. Other than the concealer, it was the first time that my skin tone ever changed, and so I bought a concealer that was too dark for me. But oh my god, that makeup look was beautiful. I'm not gonna recreate it because I feel like that's boring. Maybe I'll do it another time, but I do want to do something similar in level. Like I want to reach that high again, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, I used to bake with powder back when it was like the Instagram baddie era. I don't know, I just randomly stopped doing stuff, but like I don't consciously think about stopping. I just stop, and so I've been doing it again because I realized how oily I am. I got my oily girl wake-up call. I knew I was oily for like a while. I just knew that that was my skin type, but I didn't know that I was that fucking oily until I got on set for the first time, and then every single time after that. I would get powdered the most out of anybody else that was on set. I think for AT&T, my makeup artist, I felt so bad because she was powdering me like literally every couple minutes, and this was like a 8-9 hour shoot, actually maybe even longer. My skin was suffocating by the end of the day. During like a scene change or whatever, I was like, I'm so sorry. She was like, no, it's okay, I'm just being very nice. It's good to have oily skin though, because when you get older your skin won't be as dry. And I was like, oh, that's true. Okay. I've gotten older and I've realized that my skin is still dry. I did a skin analysis in Korea and they were like, oh, the reason that you're breaking out still is because your skin is dry. Like your top moisture barrier is good, your skin is oily, but it's dry underneath, so you need to use like serums and hydrating toners and all that. And I was like, are you serious? But one thing that I've been wanting to try is lavender blush. I bought this lavender blush. For some reason, this is the only color that I've noticed that not a lot of people are posting on social media. But all of the other colors from that collection still show up, just not this one. And so it didn't itch that I want to try purple blush. So I bought this, and look how pretty. I feel like it'd be a good topper for this. Try to introduce the purple before I go full-fledged, just in case it doesn't look good. I don't even want to ruin this. Like, this is so pretty. This is hurting my soul. Wow, that's so pretty. I don't know if you can tell, but it just like gave the color so much more depth. Ever since I watched that New Jeans makeup artist video and how much they layer blushes, I've been playing around with it so much, and I think this is gonna be my new combo. I literally went out with my friend and she was like, oh my god, I love your blush, what do you use? And I was like, I used 3. I can't get over this. I'm a sucker for cute packaging. I've also been contouring after I blush. I don't know if that's weird, but I think it looks good. I get a lot of questions on like how I learned how to do makeup, and honestly, you guys just need to go through that awkward phase. Just before every time you shower, just put on a shit ton of makeup, because you're gonna wash it off anyway, so you can just be like crazy and try crazy shit, and something might look good. Like, oh my god, I used to play around with makeup so much when I was younger, and I feel like I don't really do it anymore, mainly because like I just don't have the time or the energy, but it's so fun. I feel like the fun in makeup is the reason why I stopped getting my eyelashes done. Getting my eyelashes done made life so much easier because I didn't need to be doing all that, you know? But like sometimes I do want to be doing all that, and you can't do all of that if you have eyelash extensions. And also, where are my overstimulated girls? I just dropped something. Respectfully, I love getting my nose done. I'm gonna sound like a fucking pick-me right now. Do you guys not get overstimulated? I feel like I get overstimulated so much. After I discovered what overstimulation was, it just explained so many things for me. Right now, I'm in the point of my makeup look where I can either make it really grungy and extra, or I can keep making it a little bit natural. I think I'm gonna keep it a little bit natural. I feel like every time I do my makeup and I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna full send it, and then I see someone on my timeline or whatever have more natural makeup, and I'm like, okay, I want to take all of this off. So I'm gonna be smart right now, not do that, but I do want to do a really small wing using a very specific eyeliner, so I'm gonna go grab it. I came back with a couple things. I have the eyeliner, but I also have applesauce. Applesauce is my favorite snack. Eyeliner I got in Japan. It's called the Love Liner Liquid, and it's like this taupe gray color, and I really like it. I have been obsessed with really skinny straight eyeliner. I feel like it's like a really light flex that you can draw like such a thin and clean line, and it's one of those lines where it's like you didn't use concealer or anything. You know what I'm talking about. Wow, I have a mark on my face now. That was so smart of me. I also love this highlighter from UCK Mansion, but it keeps f***ing breaking. I think it's just a highlighter thing though, because even my friends, like, they always send me pictures of their makeup broken and it's always highlighter. I feel like that's not enough glitter. I'm trying to figure out what I should do right now. I feel like I'm pretty happy with how this is looking. Okay, you know how I said I was like insecure about my pimples? One thing that I used to do a lot when I was younger was turning my pimples into moles. I'm gonna do that right now. Hopefully it doesn't look stupid. I feel like it's not gonna look stupid because I have so many moles already. I think that looks good. You can't even tell. But like, it makes me feel better. I hope this comes with glue. I don't want to get up and get glue. Oh, God bless. I found these eyelashes at like a Asian beauty store. I found the brown version and oh my God, they looked so good. But I wanted to try this style. This one's like more of a natural lash. The thing about these is that they're so nice for Asian eyes because they're short enough where I don't have to cut them. Basically, I feel like every girl had like a COVID baddie era. I had one for surely. Big fat lashes, overlined lips, thirst traps, the whole thing. And like, I kind of miss it. I'm not gonna go back to it just because like it's so much work, and I feel like my style has also changed. Recently I did Biba makeup, and it kind of brought me back to that era because I was doing her makeup style for a while. I've seen so many distinct makeup styles for Asian girls where it's like, how to do your makeup for monolids, and so like I felt like I saw it all. But then when I saw her makeup, I was like, damn, why didn't I think of this, you know? I'm also surprised out of all the artists I've ever seen that I've never seen Biba. That should be on my priority list for this year's concert season. Speaking of concert season, that shit's about to be real expensive this year. There's so many music releases. It literally felt like we went from a drought to like a full-fledged flood. Like, everyone and their mom is releasing music and I'm so happy, but my wallet is about to be so unhappy with me. Okay, I have the eyelashes on. Oh my God, my chin looks crazy. It's like the idol lashes without having to do all the individual shit. I didn't put on any mascara yet because I actually want to try red mascara. I got this high impact mascara from Clinique in Black Honey. It's picking up on the camera more than in real life, but it's literally the color of my hair. I don't expect it to be red, but just like a little something would be nice. That blended my waterline real eyelashes and the falsies so well together. I also just realized as I'm putting this on, I typically don't like the look of mascara down here. Usually I do it because I feel like I should do it, and then I don't really like how it looks, truthfully. But I think it's just because it just doesn't look good with black mascara on my eyes. Oh my, are y'all seeing this? Okay, holy shit. Sorry, there's a mirror here and I really had to like look at myself. Dude, these pictures are about to eat. I'm hungry. I'm gonna add a little bit more highlight though, because I am a sucker for nose highlight. There we go. And now I'm gonna do lips. So typically I don't wear lip liner just because I fuck it up, but I've been practicing. I also think it's just 10 times harder for me because I have double lined lips, so it looks like I overline my lips by a lot, but it's literally just my lip line. I finally get to try this. This is the Viral Black Honey lipstick. I don't know why I never pulled the trigger on this. I think it's just because I didn't think that dark lip colors looked good on me. All right, let's try it. Oh my god. You're like, you know when you buy viral products and then you're like, this is one of those I wish I caved in. This Merit blush I use on my cheeks, but I've tried using it on my lips and it just doesn't look good because it's not supposed to be for your lips. But this looks like what it's supposed to look like if it was meant for the lips.
Should we go soon?
Yes.
How much time do you?
Oh sh! I didn't realize it was 8:12.
When's our booking? 8:30?
8:30. How far is it?
15-minute drive.
15-minute drive?
Yeah.
I'm rushing right now, but I just changed. My hair is a freaking mess. But I put on some more jewelry and then I'm using Gucci Flora. And then I'm gonna mix it with this Yuzu J scent. For my hair, I think I need to put it up with this shirt. So I think I'm gonna do like a little claw clip. All right. The pace of this video has really changed because I really need to go. This is the look. I just did a what's in my bag, so you should go watch that. But before you do, let's go to dinner. Thankfully, we made it to the restaurant on time because honestly, if we missed this experience, I would have been emo. The interior was beautiful and it was also not too dark, which I feel like is rare for more high-end restaurants. The staff was really amazing. Colin picked out this wine. I'm not a huge wine person. I only like wines that are really juicy, light, and sweet, and this one was actually pretty good. I ended up getting a different cocktail that looked a little bit silly, but it was so yummy. It had a lot of depth and character to it, even though it was like a really sweet and easy to drink cocktail, which I love. I got the tasting menu and then Colin got stuff a la carte, but we shared the whole thing. They gave me this non-alcoholic beverage to start and it kind of tasted like those candied plums, I think, that my Asian family would eat a lot, that I didn't really like growing up as a kid, but I really liked it in this drink. The first thing that came was this tofu skin, strawberry, cucumber, wasabi, and otoro. So yummy and so unique. It was kind of an insane flavor combination. I would have never thought to put stuff like this together. And the tofu skin didn't really taste like tofu skin, which was so interesting to me, but I think it's because they make all their tofu in-house. Colin got this radish salad. At first, I didn't really like it. I thought it was really bland, but the more I ate it, the more I liked the really delicate flavors. And then I had this sashimi bite, which was one of the craziest bites I've ever had. They made dashi super concentrated into a jelly and put it on top of this piece of fish. I've never had a bite like this. It's just so unique. And then he got this burrata that had the same ingredients as my starter, but with burrata instead, obviously, and served with some milk bread. I'm a sucker for milk bread, and this milk bread was insane. I think I still like the tofu skin better, but this was still really good and a different way to look at the same types of ingredients. And then Colin got some otoro with caviar. I'm not a huge caviar person, but he really liked this, which I was not expecting because this is like the epitome of seafood. Normally rice falling apart with nigiri is not a good thing, but I think it added to the delicacy of the other ingredients in this. And then I got this silken tofu with crab. This was insane. I wish it was in a different container because it got cold really quick and I really liked it warm. It had a little bit of ginger in it and it just felt really nostalgic because my dad used to make crab porridge that tasted very similar to this. And then Colin got this mochi and perilla leaf shrimp. They just fried this so beautifully and the shrimp was such a good complement with the sauce. Then there was this katsu sandwich with the same milk bread. So good. But I do wish this was earlier in the meal because we were so full from everything else and this was super heavy. And of course, second rounds of cocktails. This was the best cocktail I've ever had, like ever. ever. And Colin really wanted to take mine because he got some sort of like whiskey highball. I'm not a whiskey girl, so I did not want to trade, and this was too good, so I don't think I would have traded for anything anyway. And then I got more nigiri, and the fish quality, I think it's very comparable to the omakase I had in Japan, but for this specifically, I wish the rice was not so fall apart because it is just like normal nigiri. And same thing for this onigiri. I wish it was earlier in the meal because it was so good, but the bone marrow and like this big ball of rice was just so heavy. And then we finished it off with this, I believe, chestnut dessert, which was really good. This restaurant was kind of weird because I felt like I loved it, but it's one of the first restaurants that I don't feel like I would go back and order the same things. Like normally when I love a restaurant, I want to go back and eat the stuff that I love, but I just want to go back and try a bunch of new stuff, not because I didn't like any of the stuff. In fact, I loved almost everything I had. I'm just good with how much I had. Like I want to try the other stuff that they have because the flavor combinations that they come up with were insane, and I feel like this restaurant is just a recipe for a good time. I would rate it a 9.2 out of 10. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed getting ready with me, listening to me yap your ear off. Thank you again to Clinique for sponsoring this video. Let me know if you guys enjoyed this type of video. Yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video.